Okay, here we are. So we're going from the miniature Titanic to the Big Sister. Now, as I said earlier in the video, I started building this in 1999 and I finished it in 2000. It took me about 5 months to build it. I believe it's a mini craft. It's about 3 foot long. Thousands and thousands and thousands of parts. So let's have a little look. You've got the depths on there, the anchors, Titanic. The rigging, actually, that was one of the hardest things to do, and that took me a long time. But I'll give you a little walk around it. It's not absolutely accurate because there's certain things that are missing. Right at the front there should be an anchor just about in there. There's a few things are wrong. There's a crow's nest, it's got the bell. I'll just give you a scan along the top. Lifeboats, that is a boat deck. Going right down to the aft of the ship. So I'll give you a little bit of history. I'll try and get you, if I can, inside. I don't know if we can do that, but there is detail actually inside. I don't think I can pick it up on this camera. Oh yeah, you can get some of the detail inside. It is very detailed. It's very accurate. Yeah, it was. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a nightmare to build this thing. 5 months. 5 months. God knows how many hours. I couldn't tell you. But I'll give you a little bit of history. So this is today, 29th of June 2023. Titanic was a White Star liner. Port of registry was Liverpool, England. You see a lot of things on eBay and Amazon that says Titanic London. Had nothing to do with London. London was not anything to do with it. So it was built in by Howland & Wolff in Belfast at the cost of 1.5 million, which would be in 1999 prices about 150 million. It was launched on 13th of May 1909. Its maiden voyage was 10th of April 1912. It hit an iceberg 11:40 p.m. on the 14th of April in the Atlantic Ocean. It sank 2 hours 40 minutes later on the 15th of April 1912. That is 111 years ago. The ship's gross tonnage was 46,329 tons, with a displacement of 52,310 tons. Its length was 822 feet and 9 inches, and it had a 90-foot 6-inch width. It was 175 feet tall from the keel to the top of the funnels, so not including the masts and the Marconi aerials which you see there. Underwater line was 64 feet, so 64 feet of the ship was underwater. It produced 46,000 horsepower. The engines
it had 3 low pressure turbine for the central propeller, and 2 reciprocating engines for the main props, which I'll show you in a little bit. Its maximum speed was 21 knots, which is around 24 miles per hour. It had 20 lifeboats, sufficient for 1,178 people. There was over 2,200 souls on board. There was never enough lifeboats. But I'm going to now give you a little close walk around, if I could do it. I may have to move the boat around. But yeah, I made this literally 23 years ago, so it has the colours have kind of decayed a little bit, but let's have a little look around it, if we can move it without destroying it. So you get a detail there of the foredeck, crow's nest, all the rigging. Try and get in as close as I can without damaging the ship. It does have quite a little bit of detail on it. It's not 100% accurate, but it is pretty damn good. As I say, the rigging, that was an absolute nightmare. It's all made from black cotton. I had to cut and glue every single bit of string on it. Show you a bit of detail to the funnels. You've got the grand staircase there. I don't know if I can zoom in on that, but it does have the dome underneath, and it does actually below that have the actual grand staircase there. The gold lines here, they're the expansion joints, which it had to have, obviously, because it's going through extreme temperatures and a lot of buffeting by waves, so they do have to have expansion joints. Yeah, I think I've shown you before, there is a lot of internal detail. I did drill out every single porthole and every window. I don't know if you can see light shining through there. I was going to fit it with LEDs, but at the time, 23 years ago, they were quite expensive, not readily available. So moving down, the first 3 funnels were operating funnels. The 4th one was just to make the ship look pretty good. It was actually a false funnel. It was used for storage. It wasn't joined to the boiler rooms. Here you have there. You've got the, I think it's a 2nd class stairway. You've got the vents from the engine boiler rooms. You've got the 2nd expansion joint. You have the lifeboats. And going back, you have the poop deck on the rear of the boat. And this is where they all stood in the film of the Titanic when they didn't do too well. Right, let me just spin it around a little bit more if I can. This paper out of the way. Yeah, so it is highly detailed. There's a heck of a lot of detail on this ship. Very props. Again, you've got your, I don't know if you can see it, it's hard to get it, but you've got your water measurements, so your displacement. Very props. You can see that. I'll lift it up. Titanic, Liverpool. You have it was a Royal Mail steamer, so you have the blue ensign. Also, them the top flags have faded now, but you have the White Star Line flag, and can't remember what the other one was. But again, moving down, you've got your seating, you've got your cargo hold cranes, you've got the rat lines going up the mast, you've got the vents here. I think the telegraph room, I'm not quite sure where that was, I can't remember because it's that long since I've built. You've got steam vents, there'll be heating vents into, that may be the telegraph room, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, your lifeboats, and again on this side you can see the detail inside the model. On this is A deck, you got the boat deck, A deck, B deck, C deck, E deck, lots of decks, a lot of detail on the funnels. That structure there was actually away from all metal, and that housed a compass which was apparently unaffected by magnetism. You've got the various entries. I'm trying to think now. Where are we? Yeah, I think on that level that was the gymnasium, first class. These are all first class apartments on this level here. Again, lifeboats. Went back to the grand staircase. The interesting part of the ship, I suppose, is the front. So just about here would have been Captain Smith's quarters, right next to the bridge. The bridge, when the ship sank and when they found it, that was all gone. And the reason being was because it was all constructed out of wood, so it wouldn't affect the compass. So there was no metallic, so that didn't fare too well whatsoever. When they found the wreckage in 1985, and when you look at the recently rendered 3D imaging of how the wreck looks now, there's a lot of deterioration just in the years from 1985 to today. The mast in the original pictures, the crow's nest was still there. That's long gone now. But yeah, it did take me 5 months to build this, but it was 23 years ago, and I think it's fared up pretty well. The reason being is because I built it. Well, it's basically in a tank. It's totally covered. I'll show you that in a minute. I'll do that. I'll stitch these videos together. But yeah, this is just a good look round, as best as I can. It doesn't focus brilliantly, but yeah, it was. I'm not gonna lie. It took me 5 months to build this, and it weren't that easy. But I think it's fared well. It's 23 years old now, so. Yeah, there's a lot more detail inside that I could get into. You can see light shining through, and I would like to still put LEDs in it, and I do believe I've worked out a way where I can light all the portholes. I mean, bearing in mind when I bought it, none of these portholes were open. I had to drill every single one of them different sizes. So you can see a bit of light going through. So I have got the possibility of lighting it up. Whether I've got the inclination's another matter, because I have a lot of different things going on in my mind at the moment. But yeah, that's the big baby. That's the big girl. I'll spin around a bit, and just to put it in context, that is the baby Titanic. So you can get a little bit of context into the scale difference. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up. I'm not monetized. I don't want monetizing for it. I just like I do it because I enjoy it, and it's you know, some of my little projects that I've done over the years. But I am quite proud of this one. Might not be the best build in the world, but the fact that it's lasted 23 years, I think, and all the decals, everything, the rigging is still all intact after 23 years. I don't think they've done a bad job. I'll just do an aerial shoot from top to bottom, along the whole hull, as close as I can get. So yeah, thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed this video. See you on the next one. Well, this is how I preserved the Titanic for 23 years. I made a wooden base for it, beveled, and I got bespoke glass cut to the right shape. Five pieces, 2 end pieces, 2 side pieces, the top pieces. I siliconed them together, and I put on right angled plastic frameworks. So it is it's basically an inverted fish tank, which was I got made for it. I assembled it myself, basically to preserve it. That's the end of my video, and there she is. Big girl and little girl. Thank you.